Om Swastiastu. Hello everyone, we have small group discussion B8 Udayana University School of Medicine. In this opportunity, we'd like to present about our student project about early detection of central nervous system development disorder in children. These are our group members, and these are our presentation outline. It's divided by 3 chapters. Without further ado, let's begin the presentation with Chapter 1 Introduction.
My name is Dewi Butoy Sakarajasiri Kanini, and I will explain the background of our student project. Early childhood is one of the most important period in the developmental of central nervous system. Developmental disorders of the CNS are defined as a group of conditions with onset in the developmental period leading to abnormal brain function. Malformations of the CNS are one of the most prevalent causes of global developmental delay or GDD in children. Children with neurodevelopmental disorders may have difficulty with language and speech, motor skills, behavior, memory, learning, or other neurological functions.
Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Natania Catherine Siteja, and the problem formulation of this project consists of what is central nervous system developmental disorder, what are the types of central nervous system developmental disorder, what are the factors affecting central nervous system development, and what is early detection of central nervous system developmental disorder. And the content of this student project is to describe central nervous system developmental disorder, to describe the types of central nervous system developmental disorder, to describe the factors affecting central nervous system development, and to describe early detection of central nervous system developmental disorder. In this project, our aim is to understand the early detection of central nervous system developmental disorders in children, which includes these objectives. This paper hopefully will be useful for institutions, medical students, and general public.
My name is Nathaniel Faustin, and I will explain about the definition of central nervous system developmental disorder. Central nervous system developmental disorder, or CNS developmental disorder, is a class of disabilities which influence the CNS growth and development process, thus affecting its function in the human body. This disorder has affected more than 3% of children around the world. It alters individual emotion, cognitive, psychomotor, communication, behavior, memory, learning skills, and neurological function. So the symptoms and behavior of CNS developmental disorder evolve in alignment with children's growth. The negative impacts of this abnormal process tend to persist for a lifetime. The development of these disorders are mostly an outcome from a combination between hereditary, biological, psychosocial, and environmental variables. The next part will be explained by my friend.
My name is Tiffany Cecilia, and now I will explain about the disorder of CNS development. First is holoprosencephaly. Holoprosencephaly is a forebrain malformation characterized by an incomplete separation of the two cerebral hemispheres. The subtypes of holoprosencephaly are intermediate hemispherical, lobe hemilobar, and rollover variants. Genes such as BMP, SH, and FGF are also suspected to be associated with holoprosencephaly. Second is ACC. ACC is the partial development or complete lack of the corpus callosum, which is the connecting structure between the two hemispheres of the brain. Studies have shown strong association between individuals with ACC that share many characteristics with autism.
Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Zevanya Rindi, and I will continue the explanation of types of CNS developmental disorder. So the next one is megalencephaly. Megalencephaly is defined as a head size increase that exceeds 2 standard deviations. It happens as a result of birth defects in neuronal migration and/or abnormal cell proliferation, or a combination of the two. And the next one is attention deficit or hyperactivity disorder. ADHD is a disruptive behavior disorder characterized by symptoms of inattention and/or hyperactivity, impulsivity that occur more frequently and severely than is typical for other individuals at the same developmental stage. Next.
Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Freeman Abraputianto, and now I will explain about the factors affecting central nervous system development. Central nervous system consists of the brain and spinal cord. Both develop from the embryonic ectoderm along with other structures such as the skin. The development begins from the process of neurulation, which is the development of the neural tube. The process begins in the 3rd and 4th week of life on the embryo. This development process also has some factors affecting it, which are the proliferation of neural cells, neuronal migration, and post-migrational cortical organization and connectivity. Proliferation of neural cells, which are the first factors, has considerable involvement in central nervous system development. Abnormally high proliferation of nerve cells can lead to megalencephaly, and decreased proliferation can lead to microcephaly. The second factor is neuronal migration. Partial neuronal migration may cause heterotopia and lissencephaly. As for excessive neuronal migration may cause cobblestone malformation. Another factor which affects CNS development is post-migrational cortical organization and connectivity. Any abnormalities in post-migrational cortical organization may cause polymicropia and focal cortical dysplasias. That's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Diana Ningrum, and the next factor is the good microbiota. The good microbiota is one of the environmental factors that influence the development process of the central nervous system. The fetus is exposed to the products and metabolites of the mother's microbiota before it has its own microbiota. The role of the good microbiome is very important in facilitating developmental process in the brain, because a wide variety of dietary components interact directly with the brain, and good as our largest developing portals and induce functional change in the adult brain.
Hello, my name is Sabrina and I will continue the explanation. Another factor that affects CNS development is nutrition deficiency or vitamin deficiency. In the embryonic development, the fetus needs a lot of vitamin C for its growth and development that has important role as a cofactor for some enzymes. Those enzymes are TET1, 2, and 3 that have important roles such as promote and control NPC proliferation and maintenance and promote terminal neuron differentiation. So, if fetus has low concentration of vitamin C, fetus will get incomplete neuron differentiation that cause many CNS development disorders.
My name is Nandita Nas, and now I will explain about early detection of central nervous system developmental disorders. Early detection is to prevent or reduce motor, cognitive, and emotional problems in young children who are at risk due to biological or environmental factors. The following are clinically relevant methods for early detection of central nervous system developmental disorders. The first one is neuroimaging. MRI is currently the gold standard in neuroimaging of the newborn. Moderate to severe abnormalities on MRI images obtained before 36 weeks can predict neurodisability for 1 year. The next one is neurological assessments. The SINDA, or Standardized Infant Neurodevelopmental Assessment Neurological Scale, was established recently. It detected developmental disorders such as CP and or intellectual disability with sensitivity of 33 to 39% and specificity of 94 to 96%, and CP with sensitivity of 91 to 100% and specificity of 81 to 85%.
Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Rosevani and I will explain about motor assessment and developmental assessment. Motor assessment mainly aims to differentiate between specific group of children who suspected have developmental problems. There are 3 assessments that are usually used: general movement assessment, test of infant performance, and infant motor profile. Next is the developmental assessment. This assessment measures young children's abilities in a variety of domains, including motor, cognitive, language, and social domains. Some of the developmental assessments that are available are Bailey scales of infant and toddler development, the Griffith scales of child development, and the Milan scales of early learning. That's all from me, and now the presentation will be continued by my friend.
Thank you so much for the time. My name is Deputada Praina and I will explain you about assessment aiming at the early detection of ASD. So, the research has shown that at 6 months of age, children who are later diagnosed with ASD are similar to developing children. The signs of ASD from inability to have social interaction and communication will soon appear in the second year. From all the screening questionnaires that are available for ASD early detection, the Modified Checklist for Autism in Toddlers or MCHAT is the most frequently used. It is designed for kids at age 16 to 30 months, but it is leading to many false positive cases in the society. The Infant Toddler Checklist or ITC is another option to detect the early ASD. This method deserves the attention because the period of testing is about 6 months long. Both methods shows us that screening instruments nowadays cannot be used to detect ASD in the general population because it has a high risk of false positive, but screening might be useful as a first step way to diagnose the children with ASD. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kadep Pamdiaga Sekarna, and now I will continue the presentation with the conclusion of the student project. Central nervous system developmental disorders refers to a class of disabilities that affect the growth and development process of the central nervous system. The symptoms and behaviors of it evolve in step with children's growth. There are some types of central nervous system developmental disorders such as holoencephaly, agenesis of corpus callosum, megalencephaly, and attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Other than that, it is affected by proliferation of neural cells, the gut microbiota, and nutrition deficiency. The diagnosis methods of central nervous system developmental disorders such as neuroimaging, neurological assessments, motor assessments, and developmental assessments. These methods allow earlier detection and more accurate assessment.
Hello, my name is Udayana and I will tell you about the advice in this topic. It is important to detect central nervous system development disorder early for children because it may prevent future problems. As previously mentioned, there are various methods such as neuroimaging, neurological assessment, motor assessment, and developmental assessment. So therefore, we writers suggest readers, especially parents, to identify the central nervous system development disorder in their children as early as possible.
Lastly, these are our references to make our student project. And now we are at the end of the presentation. Thank you for your attention, and we would like to apologize for a mistake that we made intentionally or unintentionally. And now we will close the presentation with Palama Santi. Om Santi 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 Om.